Good morning, everybody. We are kicking off our presentation. Our team is Team 28. Let me introduce our diverse team. Okay. My name is Asari. This is Arden, Martin, Aditya, and Maria Luisa. So we are going to talk about how business communication style has been evolving by change of leadership style. Taking example of these three famous leaders. Apple former CEO Steve Jobs, current CEO Tim Cook, and former CEO of PepsiCo, Indra Nooyi. We've chosen these three people because they define unique characteristics and they showcase the evolving of their leadership styles. Is leadership about titles? Is leadership about a corner office with big windows? No. The leadership is about stepping out, your willingness to stepping out and put yourself out there and to have courage to change. A researcher, Brené Brown, she proved that the leading with authenticity and the vulnerability actually build trust and inspire actions. Many of us know that Steve Jobs had abrasive personality and harsh leadership style, but over the years, he has been changed. We discussed what was the change, what was the heart of the evolution. So you surprised what we found, and I want you to join us to this explanation because it's going to be important for us to be strong leader and a communicator. Arden will explain how Jobs' journey goes along.
Thank you. Sorry. So Steve Jobs, the person that we all know and love, he was an innovator. He was a showman. He really changed how we use technology on a daily basis. However, his kind of start to get to that point was rather rough. He was, in the early years at Apple, he was very hard to work with. He was a very toxic leader. Oftentimes, he pitted employees against each other, setting them up for failure. And failure was not an option under Steve Jobs. That really led to lackluster sales. It really led to poor retention of founding employees that helped found the next Silicon Valley giants out there. This led to Apple's demise and Steve Jobs' own demise. Sales were lackluster, couldn't retain employees, and he was let go in 1985. And it was not until 1997, when he staged a boardroom coup, that Steve Jobs returned to the helm at Apple. When he returned, we saw a different Steve Jobs. We saw one that really fostered a sense of community and innovation within Apple. Really helped push his people to help design the next stage products that Apple would be selling across the world and help them push that to the next level and be a true leader. This Steve Jobs is the person that created the iPhone, the iPad, so many of the technologies we use on a daily basis. And around that, you really got to see his own communication style develop. And these presentations that thousands of people across the globe mimic almost on a daily basis. It's something very special. He was very bold. He's created this allure and this secrecy to what he did that really, it just made you feel special. It made you feel a part of a community. And that's what really built the foundation for Apple and what we know, what we think of Apple today. And that really helped build the foundation for Tim Cook to propel Apple to the next level. And Martin's going to discuss a little bit more about how Tim Cook uses what he learned under Steve Jobs to really build Apple into one of the most valuable companies the world has ever seen and ever will see.
Thank you, Arden. A leader can break or make the company, just as leadership transition process can improve or negatively impact company. However, an efficient leadership transition process can improve the success for the company, not only the financial success, but any aspect of the company. from communication, culture, and even the reputation of a company. Let us talk about one of the greatest examples of transition process in leadership within the business environment, Steve Jobs and Cook. We all remember just before Steve Jobs died, he told Cook, I never want you to ask yourself what I would have done. Just do the right. And just do the right means do the right for the company, do the right for the customer, do the right for the stakeholder, do the right for you. We can summarize this in the fact that Steve Jobs trusts Cook in this specific statement. This powerful statement empowers Cook to be able to lead Apple as one of the greatest companies in the world. This leadership success of Cook can be summarized in 3 different categories. First, open communication, collaborative work environment, and high commitment to high quality services and products. Cook was a great, candid, precise, and transparent communicator, encouraging all the employees to share feedbacks between each other, creating a sense of trust within the company. Its work collaboration culture encouraging innovations, common sharing, and also common solving problems between the different employees. Also creating a sense of shared ownership within all the employees in the company. Cook also have a high commitment to high quality products and services, balancing between data-driven insight and Apple commitment on high quality and high quality in terms of impact on the company. Finally, this high powerful leadership of Cook led Apple to become one of the greatest companies in the world. The value skyrocketed from $350 billion in 2011 to $3.4 trillion today. And this, we can summarize this high impact of Cook into just one statement. Never ask yourself what you would have done. Just do the right for you, just do the right for the company, and the right for the stakeholder. Aditya will talk to you about another great leadership style in the world, the former CEO of PepsiCo, Indira Nooyi.
Thanks, Martin. Indira Nooyi, like Tim Cook, she is known as a visionary and inclusive leader. She changed the face of PepsiCo and ushered in an era of compassion and inclusivity. Born in Chennai, India, she graduated from IIM and went on to get a master's degree in Yale School of Management, and then went and became the CEO of PepsiCo in 1994. During her 12-year period, she changed the face of PepsiCo, brought in a positive change, and led it to greater heights. She was a democratic leader, emphasized on 3 main points: performance, people-centric approach, performance with purpose, and confidence, courage, and resilience. So when I mean people-centric approach, she emphasized on employee well-being and inclusivity. This helped her connect with all her employees and gain their loyalty, trust, and engagement. This improved the work environment and it became more supportive and inclusive. When I mean performance with purpose, her strategies helped the society while ensuring success for the organization. She transformed the face of PepsiCo from beverage drinks to healthy fruit drinks, and there were major acquisitions of Tropicana and Quaker Oats. And when I mean courage with resilience, when she first wanted to transform this change into a healthy organization, there were a lot of upfront debates saying that this is not the right path, but she ensured that with courage and resilience to go forward. This was very evident in the stock prices of PepsiCo, which went on from $63 to $110 during a 12-year tenure. So what is this going to tell us? My friend Maria, she'll discuss more about how communication has affected the leadership in our careers.
Thanks, Aditya. So you've now heard my colleagues explain how leadership communication has changed over time, how more personal and collaborative styles have eclipsed more harsh and individualistic leadership styles. As Asari mentioned, leadership communication is about stepping up, leaning into courage, and being your authentic self. Your voice is what shapes a company's culture, and we know, as Martin mentioned, that that can make or break a company. So when Tim Cook found himself faced with the COVID-19 pandemic, what did he do? He prioritized the health and wellness of his employees, making sure to offer remote work opportunities, extending those opportunities, and also offering mental health resources for those impacted by the pandemic. Indra Nooyi, when she became the CEO of PepsiCo, talked openly and honestly and quite frequently about the unfair expectations of female executives, all while ushering in a revolutionary change to the brand, sustainability initiatives that changed the industry, and creating contingency plans that helped develop the next generation of leaders beneath her. So what does this mean for you, our current leaders and our future leaders? It's important to remember 3 things about business communication. Number 1, it is important to remember to foster an environment that is collaborative, that is supportive, and that's trusting. To bring in, number 2, to bring in your lived experience. And number 3, to be your authentic self, meaning it's the best time to be you, all of you.